All right, I am here with Eric Jensen from Superior One Carpets, and Eric and I are in a LeTip networking group. If you haven't heard of LeTip, LeTip is the largest privately owned networking group in the world, and we meet every week. So I've been, meeting every week with Eric, and I wanted to take this time to kind of tell you a little bit about what Eric does. So Eric owns a business called Superior One Services, and I'm going to let him tell you about him. My name is Brian Walsh from Allegra Marketing Print and Mail, and I'd like to introduce Eric Jensen.
Thank you, Brian. I am Eric Jensen with Superior One Services Incorporated. We've been in business since 1993. We can clean basically every surface in your home or business, whether it's tile, carpet, air duct cleaning, furniture cleaning, you name it. We also do flood damage restoration. So God forbid your home is underwater, whether it be your basement or a leaky sink. We do the dry out portions of that. And we are still up and running in business. We are very essential. We've been taking strides with COVID, and kind of as every small business is kind of this is all new grounds and territory for everyone. So we're trying to figure out ways to find new sources of revenue and revenue streams. But in terms of our cleaning processes, we are a steam cleaning company. We use a foam absorption process, so we don't overwet the carpet. Our lines get up to about 225 degrees. So it really is able to break down any dirt and grime that you may have. We also do pre-treatments, whether it's pet stains, dirt, oil from the blacktop you have out in your driveway or the parking lots. We can treat various stains, and ideally, if you know what they are, we can treat them better. And we do. We also do air duct cleaning. So with that, we have a positive and negative pressure ventilation system. So we'll stick a 300 pounds per square inch line to the back of your air duct, and it'll shoot back towards the entrance of the duct that we put it in. And we have a casing with our high-powered vacuum that is connected to our truck-mounted unit in our work truck. So they kind of work in tandem together. One's pushing and the other one's sucking. So very, very beneficial there to get your air ducts cleaned. The EPA says every 3 years or so to get it cleaned. But I personally believe it depends on how big the house is, how many people are living there, if you have any pets, how many kids you have. So there's quite a few factors, in my opinion. Also, a sign of when your air ducts may need to be cleaned is if you're changing your air filters more often, if you see more dust in your home. Now, you're always going to have dust to some extent. That's just the name of the game. This, dead skin or whatever it may be, dander from the dogs. But to help minimize it a little bit more is beneficial to getting your ducts clean. So.
Yeah, I don't think we need to know what dust is made out of.
I'm just giving as much information as possible as I can for you guys, so you know what the causes of it could be. So fair enough. Brian, do you have any questions for me by chance?
Yeah, so I know that you had mentioned when you were just talking about knowing what the stain is, and I know that you've, from years of knowing you, I know that that'll determine like which specific cleaner, the temperature, all that. I mean, what more can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so I've been cleaning carpet since I was about 10 years old. So usually, I mean, not every time, but I'd say at least half the time I could see a stain and say, even if you don't know what it is, I could probably guess what it is, whether it's coffee, wine or whatnot. But it is a lot. It helps me out a lot knowing what I need to use to clean the stain. Because if you don't know what it is, you're basically doing a guess and check game, saying, "Oh, it could be this." And depending on the type of carpet, the color of carpet, how long the stain's been there, it varies on the results. If you don't know what it is, if you know what it is, it'll further help the results of getting it out of your carpet. Now, I do see a lot of people that call me that they're looking to replace the carpet or tile. If I do clean tile as well, but they've asked me, hey, I'm looking to replace this. What would it cost to get it cleaned? And I'd go out there, give them the quote, and actually do the work, and save the client potentially hundreds to $1,000 or $2,000 depending on the size of the room. And it's a good place to start to at least get a quote from a professional cleaner and see what the cost is, because replacing it, not only having to spend the money on it, which is significantly more. You're having to take the time out of your day to move all the furniture out, have some people in, pull it out, bag it, get rid of it, dispose it, and then it has to line with the garbage day, or they're going to charge you more if they have to haul all the stuff away. So it's definitely a process to do that. So it might be beneficial to get a quote at least, and to see what's what, and to see if it is salvageable carpet or tile.
Sure. What do you think is your most common stain? I mean, I know we have a mutual friend who has white carpet.
Yes. So the most
Challenging, but
common
you like-
stain, honestly, it's either between pet stains or like grease stains from food. And grease stains are kind of weird because they a lot of people don't remember dropping food there or whatnot. You actually have oil from the bottom of your feet though too. So depending on how long and how old the carpet is, you'll find some of these spots just will kind of randomly pop up, and 9 times out of 10 it's like a grease stain or something like that from something that may have dropped, or they just kind of pop up in random areas on the heavy trafficked areas, like by the couch and stuff like that, that over time they kind of they call it carpet wicking. It'll kind of wick up to the top of the carpet. But yeah, heavy degreaser for that usually will take care of it, along with the high heat that we use. But either that or the pet stains. And then, with the dog stains or cat stains, we use a bioenzyme application. So it really helps break down the proteins from the bodily fluid from the pets, and along with the high heat as well. And some of the bigger dogs, we use what we call water claw. So basically, I'll have a mixture of the enzyme solution, and I'll put it down and saturate the area completely, because if it goes down into the pad, it's really difficult to clean just with your average carpet cleaning process. So that basically is a big claw, and you put it on there and you use your body weight and you step on it, and it extracts out of the pad as well as the carpet. So that's last case resort. Otherwise, you'd have to pull the carpet back and clean it. And if you have a 100+ pound dog and he's going a lot, that's unfortunately one of the bitter truths of what may need to take place. So littler dogs, littler animals should be just an average cleaning though.
Right. Well, I was glad that your answer of your most frequently cleaned thing was not blood. I know you have dealt with that, but we don't need to talk about it.
No.
So one of the things that you did, so we talked about carpet, we talked about tile, briefly on tile. I know you do clean tile as well. What about furniture? I know that's one that we've talked about in the past.
Yeah, we clean everything from leather to linen, really. So, it really depends on the fabric, because you don't want to overwet the fabric. Linen's very, very touchy. But I'd say the most durable type of fabric for furniture would be like a cloth or a microfiber. Those tend to clean up nicely, and you could be a little bit more aggressive with the cleaning process. But yeah, we use a low moisture cleaning process. So again, we don't overwet the furniture, because you gotta basically, you have the seating is basically acts like a sponge. So if you overwet it, the cushion under there could absorb it, and that's no good. So it typically will dry within 12 hours for the most part. And we also offer Scotch guarding, which will help protect against your carpet and furniture as well. Puts that little barrier between the two. So it protects it, but more importantly, it's for the next time you clean it. It helps clean up a lot easier with the Scotch guard. We're offering free deodorization for all carpet and furniture as well for the month of August. So
free deodorization.
Post-cleaning deodorization, correct.
Okay. Yeah, I've always heard that Scotch guard thing, like when they try to sell me a car, and I'm always like, sure, put it on. I don't know if it works, but whatever, just put it on.
It's not going to miraculously not have your carpets or furniture stained, but again, it's for the next time you clean it, it'll help clean up a lot easier for the next time, for the chance for the stain to come out is what it is, really.
Mm-hmm. And I guess the last thing here then is, I know that you're really proud of all the equipment you've got loaded into those Vans ears. So can you tell us why that is better for the customer, that you have all of that awesome state-of-the-art equipment?
Yeah, well, first I'll start. We have a nice fire engine truck. It's red. We try to treat it that way too. We try to keep everything as clean and organized as possible, kind of like a fire engine. That way, if you need something, you know where it is. It's ready. Everything's stocked for the most part and properly filled. And also to maximize space, we do a lot of cleaning services. So from tile to furniture, it's tough to fit everything on the truck, even though our truck's pretty big at one time. But if you're able to organize stuff in a proper manner, if you have a tile job and a carpet job at the same time or in the same day, you're able to fit everything on properly. and also it just looks good. It looks professional. We try to always do everything in a professional manner and show up on time and do the quality work provided. That's how we built our businesses, on repeat and customer referral, and providing the quality work, so the next person, their neighbor, because nowadays people don't go to the yellow pages as much anymore. They go to their neighbors, they go to Facebook, they go to Google. And I think that's a great way to do continued good services is word of mouth. And I try to look at every job as it's in my house. How would I want it done in my house? And it's usually worked out pretty well since I have that point of view. So.
Okay. So you offered the month of August, the deodorization. Is there anything else you wanted to mention or say, hey, end of summer here, heading into fall is a good time to do X, Y, and Z? Not looking for any more discounts or anything, but just something.
Yeah, no. Well, so for air ducts cleaning, if you book it and have it done within August, I'll give you an additional 15% off of the standard pricing. So that's something that could be beneficial if you're looking to get it done before the winter months, before you're starting your furnace up, before the next phase of the year. And again, with everything that's going on, I highly recommend, if you haven't done it in a while, it'll help your furnace, your AC run a lot smoother because you have a lot less dirt and dust and stuff in your air duct. So it's not having to push through that area. So real quickly, I know we're on time here, but basically your air duct system is a big circuit. So it goes out your registers, and then your cold air turns suck the air in that's inside your room. It'll hit your air filter, and then it'll go through the circuit again. So if those cold air turns and the registers are cleaned, it's going to be a lot easier for the air to travel through the circuit. Now's a great time, better than ever, to do it right before the furnace season starts in the next couple months, to look into that and at least get pricing and see what it costs.
Cool. Very neat. And then part of the air duct, I don't even know the answer to this. I'm putting you on the spot, but does that also include like your dryer vents and stuff, or is that a whole separate
No,
thing?
that's so your dryer vents. And actually, I'm glad you brought that up, because when we do the air duct cleaning, if you choose to get your dryer vent cleaned, it's usually $120. But if we have everything set up and we're doing the air duct cleaning in your home, we knock it down to $69. So we give you $50 off of that, which is a pretty good initiative to get it done, because God forbid there's a fire, or depending on how many people you'll have there can be a fire hazard, especially if there's a long run from your dryer to the outside of your house. If you have a relatively short run where it's from your dryer and it goes back to your house, it doesn't need to be done too often. I would just check it and see if you could, but I'd recommend once every year and a half to 2 years at the most. And not to mention, if you notice that your clothes are starting to take a little bit longer to dry, that's usually a good sign that you have a lot of lint in there and it's not getting proper exhaust out of the back of the dryer. So that's another thing that we can offer is $50 off of your dryer vent cleaning if you do have the air duct cleaning on the same time, because we have all the equipment set up. We're there, and it shouldn't take too long, and it's a good way to get everything done all at once since we're there.
Sure. Sounds great. All right. So anything about LeTip? Obviously, we just met this morning. We meet every week. Right now, we're obviously doing Zoom with the coronavirus and all that. What do you got to say about being in LeTip?
Oh, LeTip is actually, my family's been in the LeTip network families for about 24 years, almost a quarter of a century. My father was in LeTip for 18 or 19 years, and I'm going on 4 years in myself. So right around that mark. And since I really took over, my business has grown significantly, really joining the Hoffman Estates chapter, which is LeTip Professional Networkers, probably by about 30%. If I can't remember if I just said that, but a lot of great people in this group, a lot of great small business owners that, similar to me, they built their businesses on repeat and referral and the quality of work that they do. All of our members really do tend to care about their clients quite a bit, and it's been great. A lot of great relationships that have been built over the last handful of years of being in this group, and I'm very grateful for it, because it's not only a business relationship, it's also, you start to know people on a personal level, and you start to understand where they're coming from, and it's just a great all-around experience for me.
Awesome. Glad to hear. So if you are interested in Eric services, your website is superior1services.com. Or if you're interested in finding out more about LeTip, you can visit our Facebook page. Just look up LeTip Professional Networkers. You can go to letipprofessional.com. I think that just redirects you to Facebook. Or you can contact me, Brian Walsh. My email address is Brian, Brian, at Allegra, Allegra, Palatine, Palatine.net. I am the membership chair, so I can get you whatever information you might want. We meet every Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. so that it's before you start your regular workday. Most of us are getting into work around 9:30, so this, comes right before that. We meet, we talk, we laugh, we joke, we pass leads to each other, and most importantly, we learn about each other's businesses so that we can act as each other's sales force. So I thank you for joining me today, Eric. As you know, but not everyone else does, this is the first attempt at this kind of member spotlight that we're doing. Just a way for us to try to help promote the other members of the group. Yeah. So thank you for joining me.
Thank you. And guys, you can also find me on Yelp, Google, Facebook. Obviously, we're big on Facebook. And if you have any other questions, our numbers should be listed on all those platforms. So thank you for having me, Brian. I really appreciate it. And look to seeing all of you guys at some of these LeTip meetings in the future.
Thank you much.
Mm-hmm.